We're in classic French territory this week with the wine of the week. This is a Côtes du Rhône. It comes from the company of Guigal, one of the big names of the Rhône Valley. And this wine, a Côtes du Rhône 2020 vintage, comes from vineyards in the south of the Rhône Valley, where most Côtes du Rhône vineyards are based. And the unusual thing about it is predominantly made from Syrah. Over 50% of the blend is Syrah, whereas a lot of the wines of the southern Rhône, the Côtes du Rhône's, dominated by Grenache. The other grapes in this one are indeed Grenache and Mourvèdre, but more Syrah than is typical for Côtes du Rhône wine. It's for sale for just £10 or $9.99 in Waitrose cellar. I don't know if it's in stores, but certainly online. But it's also stocked by a lot of people, including Majestic and Tesco and Ocado, and a whole lot of independents, so it's quite an easy wine to buy. Price tends to be between that kind of £10 and £13 across the various merchants. So the wine is aged in oak, but these are very large oak casks known as foudre, much bigger than the small barrels you might typically see in Bordeaux or Burgundy. And they are older barrels, so you're not expecting to get a lot of that toasty, coffee-ish oak from this, and indeed you don't. It predominantly comes through with the fruit of the Shiraz or the Syrah, as well as the Grenache and Mourvèdre. So on the nose, I mean, it's a lovely, slightly kind of lifted, slightly floral, black and red fruit, a little bit of blueberry in there, a little bit of damson. Very attractive. There is some spice. There's a little bit of a hint of earthiness of cedar, but all in all, it's a very attractive, quite classic Rhône nose. On the palate, well, there's really sweet, good fruit here. Again, it's in a slightly kind of fleshier blackberry, blueberry, plum, but that quite rustic grip of tannin, a little bit of the mellow cedary oak background and good acidity gives it balance and food-friendly appeal. I mean, this is a 2000 vintage, so it's already 5 years old, but it will cellar for another few years too, and the rustic nature of those tannins should soften over that time. But a very good wine, I think, a very good example from one of the big players of the region. This is the Guigal Côtes du Rhône, £10 in Waitrose cellar and many other retailers. List about to come up. My wine of the week.